What up, Prof Leaders? Welcome back to my channel. We are here to take a look at this. This is the new government office buildings being constructed here at Hagsbosch. It's just a few hundred meters away from the landfill. That's the Hagsbosch landfill, where all the trash from Georgetown is buried. The government has decided to construct a complex, an office complex with at least 4 multi-story high-rise buildings. And now that the highway is completed, this is the East Coast Bypass Road, which is officially open. Now that this highway is completed, we can take a look at what is happening with the construction here at this construction site. You can see it says number of safety signs, heavy equipment in operation, and this is the entrance. So this is how far. It seems as if they're still working on the foundation. Morning. Just want to take a look at what's happening. They're still working on the foundation, right? So a lot of the construction has not yet come out of the ground, but this is what it looks like here at the Hagsbosch area on the East Coast. Now the government is building 4 multi-story high-rise office towers, and they've already started to move in the structural material. You can see that's I-beam steel being moved onto the site to probably frame those buildings. I don't know how tall they're going to be. You know how tall these buildings are going to be? Okay, 11. Okay, there's a picture of the actual buildings that are being constructed. So they're going to be 4 multi-story, 11-story high-rise buildings. As you can see, the sign says Government of Guyana, Ministry of Public Works, construction of government office complex. This guy come to you? So there's going to be some major construction going on here. The first thing they have to do is, of course, build the foundation, clear the land, build the foundation. It seems as if what I've done so far is to set up the foundation for these buildings. However, we don't know the footprint. I can see in the distance some foundation work going on. And that means that one of the buildings probably is going to be located on that foundation. And of course, it's large enough so that you can see where all the floor buildings might be located, but of course we can't yet see the actual footprint of the buildings. We'll return, of course, to this site over time to see the progress, but for now, this is what is happening here on the East Coast Bypass Road, where the government is constructing this office complex. 4 11-story buildings. It's going to be one of the largest office complexes, I guess, in the Caribbean, because I don't think there's anything like this. Not even CARICOM headquarters is of this size. One of the good things, of course, is that it causes all the government offices to be located in a central location, which makes it easier for you to do business. Thank you. Easy for you to do business with the government if you're, for example, have to do business with several government ministries. I'm assuming that several of the ministries will be located in this complex. And over time, that should add to the efficiency of government, because it allows you to transact your business in a single location. For those of you who do business with the government in the past, you would remember that anytime you go to a government office, they will always tell you either come back or not. They come back tomorrow, or go here, go there. Everybody's sending you somewhere else. And that is usually a frustrating aspect of doing business with the government in Guyana. I don't find that to be true in any other country. But hopefully what this does, by putting all the government offices in a single office complex, when they tell you go here, go there, go come back tomorrow, all that could be eliminated, because you can quickly determine the office that you need to visit on the same day in the same location. You don't have to come back another day or go here or go there, because it's all in the same location. So I guess that is one way in which a building solution solves a cultural problem, the cultural problem of laziness and unwillingness to take responsibility. Right? It's like cover your ass mentality that you have to deal with when you deal with government officials. So that's one of the solutions, I guess, building an office tower, an office complex will solve, will provide. Hopefully it does add to the other solutions, like solving the problem with lack of vision, the lack of consultation with experts and so on that every political government led by a political party goes through, right? Because it's always ideological, whether it be communist in its ideology like the current PPP government, or socialist like the previous PNC coalition, or some of the other parties that follow other ideologies. There's always some kind of ideology. Hopefully by putting people together, you can get interactions that smooth out some of those rough edges. But this is what's happening here, guys. A lot of this land has become open up now because the road has been constructed. And of course, because this road has been constructed in the front of this complex, it now becomes prime land. That is, the government has created prime land. The problem is, of course, that all this land has probably been acquired already by friends and family of the government, because that is how land works. Prime land created by the roads that provide access to this once just plantation quickly becomes unavailable because it's bought up by friends and family of the government and the politicians. But that's what's happening here, guys. That is what is happening at the new office complex being built by the government of Guyana here at Hagsbosch, near to the Hagsbosch landfill. I'm gonna head back to the Ogle, to the interchange, to the Eccles interchange. That's the direction in which we're headed. And on another day, another occasion, we're gonna complete the walk along this new highway, this new East Coast bypass road. But from what I can see, the road is open, but some of it is still unpaved, like this. The shoulder of the road here, for example, that I'm walking on, the shoulder is unpaved, which means that either further work has to be done on it, or they're going to leave it unfinished, which we will have to look at, we'll have to see over time. But I remember, of course, the last time we were here in this neck of the woods, we passed the entire length of the East Coast bypass road, and there were several major bridges that were being constructed. We'd like to go back and take a look at those bridges to see how they've completed them, because they seem to require some really extensive structural engineering. And it'll be interesting to see what the finished bridges look like. So we're going to do that in a future video. But for now, this is what we have here at Hagsbosch. It's 4 11-story buildings being constructed for an office complex by the government of Guyana, adding to the other major construction works, hotels, like 11 hotels, like I said in the previous video. 11 hotels being constructed and probably more coming. My guess is we need at least about 36 to 60 new hotels, new branded hotels in Guyana to meet the demand for the tourism industry and the growth in business, right? Business travelers to Guyana. And of course, once those airports are upgraded with new terminals and new runways, there's going to be a higher volume of travelers coming through to Guyana. And of course, you need places for those people to stay. So we're looking forward to all of the major construction that is going on. Of course, I'm also looking for land to build a few complexes for my companies. I'm going to give you an update on that on my business channel in future. But we're certainly making some progress with several of the new companies that have started. And right now we're looking for a place to build a campus for the Georgetown Biomedical University and the LBS Imaging Center. And that's going to happen within the next 18 months. We'll cover that on the business channel. So those of you who haven't signed up or haven't subscribed. So yes guys, you go over there and subscribe to those channels. Business channel. Here on the side of the Hagsbosch landfill, you can see cows. So it's a herd of cattle. They're now grazing on the side of the landfill. I don't know if you can see that here in these videos. But yeah guys, that's what's happening here in this neck of the woods. We're heading back to the intersection at the Eccles interchange. It's closer to rush hour. I'll give you a few frames of that when I get there. But yeah, that's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later!
Distance